Hello everyone, and welcome to the third episode of ARK Aberration, even though this is the first actual commentary video. And I guess it's... Oh, okay, there it is. I was worrying it hadn't saved that I had gotten the second crab. But I guess this is as good as time as any to just do a quick base tour, which is just this. All the creatures here out front. The Dodic's over there. And then this is just kind of what I've been living off of for 9 days now. So yeah, right in this area. I don't think I showed like a really good view of it in either of the previous videos. If I did, well, I stand corrected. I also haven't edited the second video yet. But yeah, right over here is the drop off into the blue zone. There's a path right there that goes down. Path over that kind of connects with that. And then all of the Spinos and Sarcos and crabs. Today, I thought my goal would be to go over to where I kind of planned to live and see if that is an area I actually want to, because the more you look around here, there's actually quite a bit of space, especially if you go up over here. Here, let me grab my Raptor. Because I don't know if anything spawned over here again. But like... no. Okay. Like, this is a pretty big area. So I'm wondering if you really even need... if we really need to move over there. And so I'm gonna take my Spino over, because right now it's the thing that I trust most with actually fighting things. And we're gonna check that out and see how that one looks compared to this area. On the way, I want to explain a few things about this playthrough. So I actually didn't... I haven't done all of this solo. Originally, it was going to be solo. Then I decided to call, or to ask my friend Alex if he wanted to do it, because beating the entire game, this would be both our first times doing that. And so I was like, hey, why don't I see if he wanted to do it? But the problem with that is, this is single player, it's not a server. So, I can't just leave my thing on, and oh, there's the Explorer node I've already gone. I can't just leave my computer on, or at that point it was my Xbox. I couldn't just leave that on the entire time. Oh, and I messed that up. I can't just leave it on the entire time that I'm not actually doing anything. Because the Xbox, it's not like I had a personal Xbox, it was like the entire family Xbox, so if someone wanted to get on, they would turn it off. So I couldn't just leave it on. And then there was the problem of, whenever I was on, there was a pretty good chance that he wasn't going to be able to be on. Because even though, like, we live in the same time zone, he lives on a farm and I don't. So he has a lot more things to do during the day, whereas I just kind of have time to play ARK. And especially after school, he'd have to get home and start doing a bunch of stuff with his schoolwork, and then probably after that he'd have to get on doing chores around his house. I don't have to worry about that kind of thing. That is a completely useless blueprint. I don't care about a rug. And so I did all the boss fights, on island with him. And then I started off Scorched, with his help. He was actually the person that started making our first base. I was kind of still looking around for somewhere more permanent, because I knew that if I build up somewhere, I probably wasn't going to be getting... I probably wasn't going to be moving anywhere anytime soon. Oh, man, there's a max level. What is this max level? Is it the sheep? It is not the sheep. Okay. I don't know. But basically, during Scorched, we kind of decided that I would just do this alone, and he'd kind of do his own thing. So I'm pretty sure he's probably progressing slower than I am, because, like I said, he doesn't have as much time. And so I beat Scorched basically entirely on my own. It was really just that first couple of days, like in real life days, that he was on there. And so now I'm on Aberration and completely solo again. So the plan is I'm probably gonna have him on for the Titan fights on Extinction. Mostly just so that if one of us dies, the thing doesn't get immediately unrendered and despawn. I'll take health. And so he'll probably be on there for that. And then another thing is, I'm in high school. I don't really have all the time in the world to do things, you know. I'm in high school. I also have, like, college classes. So this series really isn't going to be on, like, a regular schedule. I'll just kind of do it whenever I have time. Because that's just kind of been how I've been doing it. Just whenever I have time to get on and do something, I do. Along with whatever other games I have been playing. Let's see, what's in this? Why are all the drops on this map? Crap. But anyway, like, right over here is where I was thinking. Right in this area. So, like, I was thinking, like, base could be here. Like, my actual, like, house could be here. And then I'd have, like, all of my breeding over here in this corner, because you can pretty easily get my 9 Spino kind of pair in here, so you could probably get rock drakes as well, and Megalosaurs, and then we could also have, like, a hatchery in here. And then there'd also be plenty of room for just other creatures. If I wanted to take the Ravagers out for something, we can just follow that. And then we'd put the wall... I was thinking, like, from right there to right there. So that would probably only be 2 or 3 behemoth gates. You know, right, basically just the edges of my screen there. And if I really wanted, I could have it be from right there to right over there. And then I could even put my base here. And then, you know, you have this huge view. But part of the reason I wanted to live here is, number one, this is kind of like a launch pad that you could have, like, all the rock drakes. And number two, it's a big area. It has plenty of space. And I don't... One thing that I've been trying to do during this series is I've been trying to live in places that I haven't really seen anyone else. Like any big YouTubers. Because normally I do just kind of go and live where, you know, in the popular spots, I guess you could call them. Not really coming up with my own. And so, I really haven't ever seen anyone build up here. I guess you can correct me if there's some big ARK YouTuber that's built here before, but none of the ones that I've watched have lived here, and most of the, like, base location videos that I've seen never show this place, probably because it's so far from the blue zone. Most of them show, like, that island by the portal. Anyone who's played Aberration probably knows that. And if I really even need to, we could even just block off, like, all of this. If I really wanted all that space. So, I think I probably will move up here. But it will probably be once I have rock drakes. Because otherwise it'll add like an extra 2 or 3 minutes just getting up here. But I mean, look at that view as well. Over like the entire green zone. Basically. And I just want to repeat this because I don't know how many have seen the first video, and I can't actually remember if I put that in there, but it's my first time really doing anything on Aberration. I did one before when I first got the expansion pack. It was probably like year before Genesis Part 1 came out. I can't remember how long after Extinction came out, or if it had even come out at that point. But I lived, like, it would be like right past that pillar, kind of in a little corner, because it was like really dangerous. Most of the creatures I was seeing were really high level, and at that point I didn't have as high stats as I do now. And I was also cheating. I had I'll tell you a story here. I had a crab which I called Rhino. I have no idea why, and that's just death for anything other than the Spino. I had this Carcanos called Rhino. It was a red Carcanos, and I'd gotten really attached to it because I had messed up building the trap. And so I had killed a 150, a 130, and then a 120 as well. And so I ended up settling for, I think Rhino was only like a level 20. And I could even show like where it is that I had set up, because it's like right over here. Like literally just right... Is that the corner? I think that is the corner, because it's right by... But yeah, like this... It was an area like this. It was right by this. So it looked kind of like that. I'm not sure if that was the exact spot. But I lived there, And, well, I decided to go into the red zone. I had everything, you know, I thought I was prepared. With my settings, Rhino could kill just about anything. But then I jumped into an element lake, and I ended up dying. And so did my light pet. Well, I still had a Spino. It was a higher level than this one. I can't remember the exact level of that one. But I went down with my Spino and a extra set of hazard suit armor that I had made just in case I had died somehow. I was thinking it was going to be because of like a Perlovia. But I got down there, my bulb dog died, and I managed to get my crab out. And I went down there, and then I think then I got pounced off of my Spino by Perlovia and died. And so I didn't have the stuff to make an extra suit of armor. And so I went into God mode. And I think also infinite stats. And so I got down there, I got my Spino, then got my crab, and started riding them up. Well, a Reaper decided to spawn and come try to kill me. So I kind of just tried to get out of there best I could with Rhino, but eventually the Reaper was just too fast. We couldn't get away from it, so I just kind of fought it with my Spino and Rhino, and well, you can probably imagine it didn't do too well because I didn't have a light pad. Yay, speed. But yeah, I didn't have a light pet. I didn't have any I didn't have any way to increase my damage, so we were only doing like 10 damage to it a hit. And like I said, my creature's not very high level, not prepared to fight a Reaper. They just kind of died. I think I had gone down into the red zone to try and get a rock drake, but I didn't know how to get to the rock drake trench, so I just kind of didn't. I didn't ever get there. And so when I finally got back to base, I had no Spino, no light pet, and just Rhino. And I probably didn't touch ARK for a couple of months. And when that happened, I decided that I wanted to try and beat the game. It wasn't immediately after, it was a little while after. It was after Gen 1 and Gen 2 had come out. I got Aberration. I don't think it was actually a year before Genesis came out, but it wasn't long after. And so a little while after I got Genesis, then I decided to go through this playthrough, and yeah, now we're here. Okay, so that is definitely the spot we're gonna live. So the next thing I want to do today is potentially get a half-decent Megalosaurus. I'm real quick gonna look, what can Megalosaurs break? It can break up to wood, so I want to make a stone. So I'm gonna quickly pause. I'm gonna find find a trap for a Megalosaur, and then I'll come back when I'm ready for that, ready to build that. Okay, so I've done a little bit of looking, and it seems like it's just a normal doors and ramps trap. So I'm thinking probably 3x2, because they are a bit larger. So probably a 3x2. So that's going to be 6 foundations. So let's see. I can't even make any. Do I have any wood on any of my creatures? If you can tell, I don't keep my creatures' inventories organized, like, at all. I think all I have on this guy's. Alright then, well, guess I'm gonna go out on this to get a little bit of wood. I don't really want to remove any from my forges. Alright, let's see, how many can I make now? I need enough to make one more. I'm not sure if that's more wood that's needed or more stone. It's more stone. Okay. So let's just do that real quick. Make 6. And so if I'm thinking probably a 2 wide, or 2 high. So if a 2x2 takes 18, you'd want to add 4 more. So 22 door frames. I can make 3. I'm guessing I need more stone. That is what the Dodicarus is for. Also, what level is this thing? That is not 6. That is only level 20. I should be fine to try and kill it. And also, I'm pretty close to getting my next level up, which is good. Okay, now die. Die already! Alright, more weight, honestly. Doesn't really need any more melee, because I don't use this thing all that often. Is it over here that I put the zip line? I just want to take that up. I've set a few of these up around my base. I'm not sure. I don't think I mentioned it in any of the videos previous to this, but I've set up a few zip lines around my base just to kind of make it easier to get up and down. I don't know why I went over there. I need this guy. Come on. Do your thing. Alright. 2 more. Make some of that. How many can I make? 6 more, so that's 9. What is it that I'm gonna run out of? Probably the wood first. Alright. Have I gotten a level up on... I have. Okay. So I'm a little closer. I keep getting it to level 3. I've gotten it to level 3 on both Scorched and Island, but I've just not found enough alphas to get it up to level... I think it's level 5. Is it level 5 or 10? I honestly don't know, because I've never gotten there. I've never gotten to max level with the chibi. Okay, 9. So I need to make 13 more? Right? Okay, let me just make 10 more. Oh wait, no, the 19 plus 10 is 19 plus 3 is 22, so yes, it is 13. I'm surprised I did that math in my head. I'm the kind of person that needs to write their math down to be able to follow it for too long. And too long for me is normally like, well, there's 2 steps. I honestly can't understand how people can do long math in their head. I always have to write it down to be able to do it. Once I write it down, I'm half decent at it. Alright. So now with that, I also need 4 ramps. I think that's just in stone. No, those are stairs. Do I not have stone ramp? Stone ramps don't exist. Okay then. I'm actually going to need to grab more wood. Because I wasn't paying attention. Also, there's a spine over there near where I was going to get the wood. I'll just go over here instead. I've gone down into the blue zone once, but not for very long. Okay. Stone, I'll just grab it here since I'm right here. If you're wondering what my settings are, I honestly don't know, but I know they are pretty high. Probably higher than most would make things. I'm gonna go ahead and just leave all of that on there, because that, yeah, reduces the weight. I'll go ahead and put that in there too. So before I go down there with the trap, I'm gonna try and make some more zip lines before I go down there. That way I can make like a little safe spot for me and the Ravager, because... Or actually, honestly, a crab would be better. Bring down the crab instead. I'm still gonna bring a zip line. More zip lines, just in case. I need fiber. I have a sickle. That is no longer a problem. This was actually something I did not know for quite a while of playing ARK, that sickles were so good at getting fiber. I honestly kind of just thought they were just kind of a gimmick and weren't actually going to be all that much greater. And if I really needed fiber, I would just get a Theory, because it was just easier to get a Theory, honestly, than to make a sickle. That was just kind of how my settings were. You put, literally, like, you put one thing of food in, like, a giga, and it tamed. Like, my rates are nowhere near that bad anymore. I toned them back down a bit because I felt it wasn't very great if there was like no effort in taming. I'm also gonna real quick repair my pick and my... I'm just gonna repair all of that. I shouldn't need to repair that. Climbing picks haven't been used all that much. Probably won't end up using this that much. I'm gonna put that back in there. I've got 2 sets of hazard, so I should be equipped to go down there. Do I have any narcotic in here? Is that all the narcotic I have? I do have a little bit. I've got... It's not gonna be enough. I think I might just quickly make some more narcotic before I head out. How many... Got quite a bit. Oh yes, this is the iguanodon that saved my life in the first episode. If you have a idea of what to name it, go ahead and leave that in the comments. And also the Spino and the crab, I don't really have names for those. I normally don't name things unless I'm like, they're like really useful things. But I feel like all those things are useful enough. And if there's 2 good names for crabs in the comments, which I doubt it, there's probably not going to be too many comments, I'll name both of them. Or if you want to just put two names in the same comment, go ahead. I hate earthquakes. 70. So it says here 35. So that would technically be enough to hit, or to get 2 150s down. Plus I have my trank arrows, so I think that will probably be enough. So I got the trap, zip lines. I'll need to refill the water jar. Let me just keep all that on me. Crap. Leave those on. Go and move these there. Just stockpiling those. And so now, just another thing to wait. First thing, I'm gonna kind of just throw the Doedicurus back over there. And now, time to head into the blue zone. I'm still kind of worried, because, yeah, this crab has plenty of... It has plenty of health, but it doesn't really have all that much damage. How much damage can it do? 233, so, I mean, it's still good enough. It still is more than, like, my Ravager. But I don't know if I'd be able to take down, like, a high-level rock drake if I see one, because I've already seen a couple rock drakes over here. So how do these work? I think if you... Yeah, so if you just put one on, it just kind of illuminates the area around you. And yeah, Megalosaurs. Only level 20. I'm not gonna tame you. I should be able to kill you. It does do a lot of damage, though. I might increase its damage just a bit. I'm also gonna keep an eye out for Shinehorns. I hate that. That is just right in my face. I regret doing that now. Basically, I just need to figure out how to move around here. I think for now I'm just gonna walk around. I'm not gonna worry about jumping. The heck? Oh, yay, Ravagers. Highest level is a level 90. I don't really want to fight them. I don't want to go down there by the lake and deal with those crabs. Is that just my crab? I swear. That freaking sounds like a reaper. A 130 and a 50. I may be able to kill these two. I've got 10,000 health. I may be fine. Also a Baryonyx over there. Oh, there's an Anki down there. I don't even know how this ended up here, but it's there. Let me just jump back up here. And I can see what level you are. You're a 140! Okay, yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna quickly tame you. I'm really hoping that these Raptors don't become a problem. Okay, yeah, no, they didn't aggro. Which is good. Also, for some reason, leaves on things like to disappear. Just jump away into a bit safer area. What level is that Megalosaur? I see you there. You're only level 10. I don't have to worry about you too much. Didn't make it. I think this is a safe enough area. I can just set him there. What level are you? I want a Shinehorn, but not a level 30. Yeah, let me just knock this thing out for now. Alright, 140. It'll work. It actually loaded. I was kind of thinking it was not, because I was in the menu. Alright, so... that thing will stay there. And for some reason, when I, like, look at that, it doesn't do the pop-up thing for me. I don't know why, but it just doesn't. So I just kind of have to deal with it. That's a 140. Okay. I think I know what I'm taming. The problem is I can't just bring this thing to a trap. That is just asking to die. So I have to build the trap close to this thing. One of those two things probably just flew into the red zone. There's another over there, that's just a level 20. Oh! When did that get there? Okay, it's a level 5, so it's probably pretty easy to kill, actually. Just about anything level 5 is easy to kill. Okay. Okay. Decent. So if I do... like that... Oh. I guess I'll just put those two there just to make sure that, like, when it follows me, it doesn't fly over. Oh, that's not good. Yep. Immediately. This is another reason that I died. So I literally just have to sit here and wait until... that's not the right one. Alright. Alright, so I want to get my crab out of the way. Wrong button again. Make sure it's on passive. And then I want to get the attention of this thing by just doing one of those. Oh, that's scary. That is really scary. That ain't good. And I didn't refill my water. You know what? That'll work. I'm just gonna... What I need to do? I'm just gonna kind of do this. Okay. Okay. Unpassive. Crap. Crap. Ow. That hurt a lot. Oh my gosh, and I just minimized. Okay. Well. It is stuck in the trap. Let's knock this thing out. Fucking one too. Look at those stats. Let's see. So yeah, it's got pretty decent health right now. So we'll see how this does. Got some prime. Guess I'll just put that in there. 20. Okay, I didn't want to punch. 24.5 per, so yeah, that should be enough. Let me just put some normal meat on there. Just so that he doesn't like... Sometimes the DPI on my thing just kind of stops working. So, yeah. I also I don't have a cryo, which means I have to walk this thing back. Unless I can make it cryo. Okay, I will come back in a minute. I need to go see if I can make a cryo for you. How much time I got? Okay, just go. Go quickly. Okay. Once that's made, I'm just gonna transfer all. Alright, and then that can get... All I'm doing is grabbing this. I'll pass it too. And depending on 115, is that worth it? Is that worth the effort? Honestly, I see no harm in taming that. because it gives an option. I think I might do it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna... This time, I'm just gonna stand here and shoot him from here. There we go. And it's stuck. Wild female aberrant, that's all it says. Melee's definitely not a problem. Alright. I do have some prime. So 4 should be enough for this thing, because 5 was enough for the last one, so... Oh, I was looking at other things. Alright, so... Let me get this thing... Oh my gosh, this... Earthquake is gonna make it pain. I literally cannot move where I am. There is no way. Okay. Time to dip. One thing that I will be doing, if I have to throw things out, like for the boss, I'm not gonna sit around for half an hour just to throw out all of my Megalosaurs. So when I get that, I am allowed to do... Wait. I changed the button, so I can't even... I can't even do it. But basically... Okay, consoles, period. I am allowed to do clear my buffs and remove cryo sickness, or clear cryo sickness. Those are the only 2 commands I am allowed to use. And what clear my buffs does, and clear cryo sickness, clear my buffs, gets rid of all that. I just need to do that, and that'll go back on. And then I can also throw that one out. Oh, and they're mate boosted, so I can get an imprint. So I'm gonna end this video here. So I'm gonna do the normal YouTuber outro stuff. If you enjoyed, please consider pressing the like button and the subscribe button, because Date is still 90% my subscribers at the point of me at the time of me recording this. So, but please do consider subscribing, not just for that, but if you enjoy these videos. So yeah. Also, if you can, or if you want to, tell me anything I can improve of these videos. These are my first ones, so please do tell me anything that you see that could be improved, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.